when you consider what's going on in the world and you consider the amount of unknown, when you try to find answers using the internet, YouTube, some kind of data stream that you have access to, and you hear all these guys doing some kind of research, understanding things from a level or another, sharing with you their own findings or realization, which is tainted by their fears and insecurities. I stress their fears and insecurities, which they compensate with a form of zealousness that we need to fight against the oppressor and the evil New World Order or the World Economic Forum that wants to destroy humanity. When you receive this, you're impressionable. It's going to affect you. And in front of you is a great unknown. And all of us are facing the great unknown, no matter how much you read or you imagine, because we've never lived it. So unless you've lived it, you don't know. Let's be honest. It's like dying. You don't know until you die. So unless you die while living, you have no idea what it is to die. So wherever we're going, it's an unknown. Some of us can do research, but the information that you get is the information that's revealed to you, and then you're going to put your spin of interpretation on it. And of course, and I've spoken about this in other videos, your average human being doesn't understand the mind of its ruler. There's people who have no idea that there's a ruler or rulers. People don't understand. Some people don't understand that they're in a zoo. Some people want to believe that they're free and they're being enslaved. This tells you to which their minds are retarded. They believe the lie. Some of the people are lucid and understand. That's me telling you, you're in a zoo. We've been in a zoo since the very first, from inception of humanity, no matter where you want to go in time, at what narrative, from Atlantis to Lemurians to etheric beings that start to manifest in the material plane before the Anunnaki. You can't give a fuck how you want to look at it. All narratives say the same thing, including today. Just study the economic system, you'll understand. You're in a zoo. And you don't understand the mind of your ruler or the ruling class or the ones who administer the zoo. You don't understand how they think. It's a foreign mind to you. And the example that I use is, if you're not a thief, you don't understand how a thief thinks. You can't imagine what he imagines. So it scares you when you start to realize that he thinks differently than you, and it feels like it's evil. So I'm not here to judge if it's good or not. I'm saying you don't understand the mind of your ruler. So it's natural that your response is to fight, flee, or exaggerate and create some kind of like thing and narrative to keep you busy in it. Well, as a student of warfare, it's your job to know the mind of your adversary. I did go like this. It's your job. Well, that's what I've done for the past God knows how many years. And I didn't study the mind of my adversary in books. I also did. I studied it inside my own self, because I have access to that mind myself also, so that I can know it. You can't know what a goddamn gorilla is unless you're a gorilla. You cannot understand that mind unless you have access to it yourself, which is a thing that a lot of you will not understand, because you have no fucking idea what I'm talking about, nor do you understand how the mind works. You're ignorant, and your ignorance is supreme because you actually think you know, because you watch fucking the Corbett Report on fucking BitChute. Okay? So that's what I gotta say. So I don't want to criticize anybody. All I'm trying to say is that something's happening. And if you want to navigate through this, you better get with the program. And an intelligent person gets with the program. And how are you going to get with the program if you're not able to discern and discriminate what's true or false? How can you tune yourself to something when you can't hear that sound? Well, you don't recognize it. Or you hear it in a very distorted way, which creates friction for you and generates fear. So there's no way for you to tune yourself to it and flow. You're going to get into some kind of accident. So I don't want that for myself. I'm intelligent to understand what's happening, and I've understood it from so many levels, including a cosmic level, certainly. What's happening is inevitable. Why should I resist? I don't have time to resist. I don't resist, I flow. And any intelligent human being, and all you idiots out there who love Bruce Lee, what did Bruce Lee tell you? Be like water. So motherfucker, be like water. What does that mean? If I give you a triangle glass, motherfucker, be a triangle. If I give you a square, motherfucker, be a square. If I give you a circle, be a fucking circle. That's what it means. All your stupid ass videos you consume, but you don't want to put shit into practice because it changes nothing. Watch as many videos as you like, it changes nothing. You're not Bruce Lee. So the point of what I'm trying to say, apologize for my little Bruce Lee moment. I had to say that. It was in my system. I don't have time to resist. I'm here to flow. So there's a shift in humanity. Dare I say, inshallah, we all get across? Inshallah. Inshallah. That's all we got. Inshallah. But no, that's not what's going to happen. No, I don't. That's why I don't entertain ideas and fears, and I don't like to speculate. I follow the flow. I do what I got to do. I take care of myself. I take care of the people I love. I follow the flow. I don't jump. I don't preoccupy myself. You understand? I don't preoccupy Wall Street. One step at a time, I follow the flow. But I'm aware. And I do what I can with what I have, and I trust the powers that guide my life to take care of me and to go where I gotta go. So I don't have space to live in an anxiety. I don't believe in it. Why should I have anxiety? Ignorance creates fear and anxiety, and I'm a seeker of knowledge, so I gain knowledge. It's not information on the internet. Knowledge is power. It's in my nervous system that informs me, stabilizes me, and guides my next actions. And I follow the flow. Hey, who knows what's going to happen? I certainly don't, but I take it one step at a time. And that's why, for the most part, I feel I have a calm demeanor, because I trust. But I don't trust blindly. I don't resist. Something's going on. I can perceive it. If you're not so stupid, so can you. But I don't have a problem against it. I don't think it's evil. I don't think it's bad. I understand it from so many ways that satisfy and appease me. I'm good with this. This is good. This is what must happen. I don't resist. This must happen. It's inevitable. So when you come to that genuine realization, what are you going to do? You flow with it. And then my job, my particular job is, how can I be of service to people? To people who may drown, to people who may be on the boat like Leonardo DiCaprio and then die of cold, to people who may go on the other side. I serve everybody, from the good people or the so-called bad people. I serve. I'm here to serve. I fulfill my job. That's it. That's all. That's how I deal and I manage this transformation. And to a certain degree, I'm welcoming it. But just as much, it is the same for me as it is for everybody. This is a drastic, complete change. Everybody is in transformation. Everybody's nervous system is being, even the multi-hundred bazillionaire. No one is escaping this. It doesn't matter how rich you are. What do you think the rich has got to do? Let's say he's got $100 million. Do you understand how much he has to deal with? He has $100 million to deal with that is losing value instantly without an end. What's he going to do with it? No one's ever gone through this. Don't you understand? Which means that there's literally an initiation. There is an initiation happening. It is a test. Who's able to get to the other side? Who's able to endure? Who's able to flow? Who's able to find the door? Who's able to bear what's going to happen? It must come to pass. So I don't have time to waste resisting because I'm scared. And if I'm afraid, it means I'm not tuned well enough. So I'm going to do the necessary work to tune myself so I'm in the flow. Now, there's an element of unknown, and the unknown always generates, well, what's going to happen? Yeah, but that's why you got to be a better surfer. So I'm going to reiterate this. Everyone on earth, without any exception, even the ones who are in charge, are going through a complete, this has never happened before. Even the so-called elites, even the zoo masters, they've never done this. Now, I know that you don't think for them, because you don't care about these idiots, you think they're evil. But try for a minute to understand. Whatever that person is, whether he's a reptilian, there's still a thing there that's human, that lives in now time, and they have a job to do, whether you agree with it or not, or think it's demonic, it's irrelevant, your opinion. There's still a person has to do, they're doing a job. If their job is to transition from this system to that system, they have to do the transition. They've never done such a transition at such a scale. It doesn't matter how powerful they are. When you've never done something before, you're going to have to deal with shit. Well, those of you who are entrepreneurs know exactly what I'm talking about. You can plan as much as you like. It never goes according to plan. Never. You can still get across, but so what I'm trying to say is that this transition is happening to every single thing that's alive on earth itself. We can say even that the earth itself is going through a transition. So even from a cosmic level, if you want, we can zoom out at that level. And I don't feel like doing this because I want to keep it down to earth. This is happening. So what you going to do? Well, I've made my decision. I'm here to tune myself to the new. I don't resist. I don't have a problem with that. And whatever parts of me have a problem with that, that's my issue. That creates friction for me, which creates heat, discomfort, disease, slows me down, and maybe I'll be off the beat. You can't afford being off the beat here. And I got a reputation to hold. My flow is... If you understand what I'm trying to say. So that's what smart people do. And when I see cats who are resisting, really genuinely from the bottom of my heart, because like I told you, in every group, there's always good, sincere people. I love them. My prayers are with them. And if I can be of service to them, I will. But they have their path. They have their destiny. Everybody has their path and their destiny. I'm not here to judge. It doesn't matter to me. This is your path. If I can be of service to you, I will. And if my prayers can be and will be of assistance, thank God for the prayers that can be of assistance. That's all I got to say. I have no opinion. Everybody's got to live everybody has to face the same tests. And when you speak to any person who's zealous on their path, because I'm zealous on my path also, except my path is the path of flow, but nevertheless, I'm also extremely zealous and very focused on what's at hand. So when I speak to any person who's on their path, for them in their world, it's an examination. They're being examined. Let's say it's a Christian. He's being examined as to his Christian values, his or her Christian values. Are you going to live up to your values? And how are you going to apply what you believe, which is in their world, the teachings of Jesus, which is the truth? How are you going to live up to that? Well, that's his test. I don't know. It's not my problem. It's not my test. But if I can assist that person to feel more at peace and more fluid and more relaxed within his exercise, then I'm very happy to do so. That'll make him a better Christian. Very happy to do so. I can do that with any person from any tradition. It matters not. All I'm trying to say is that if you zoom out a little bit, everyone is facing a test. That includes the elite, including your homeboy Bill Gates. Everybody is going through the same. It's just at the level that they're operating in the factory of the zoo or earth or whatever you want to call that. So get with the program. And those who are in between, well, you know what happens to people who are in between? They get left behind. That's always been the case. It's just that for some time, humanity was very complacent with in-betweeners because they can make money from them. Anyways, thanks for tuning in.